Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are doing super well, like you always are. Okay, so welcome to Studentink. Hi, I'm Lakshata, and welcome back. If you have already been attending all our lectures, super great, super good for all of you. I am sure इन सारे lectures की help से आप सब बच्चा पार्टी को बहुत अच्छे अच्छे marks आने वाले हैं और फिर आप लोग हम लोग को treat देने वाले हो because हमारी वजह से आपको इतने अच्छे अच्छे marks मिल रहे हैं, right? और अगर आपको अच्छे नहीं मिलेंगे, वैसे ऐसा नहीं होने वाला, तो हम आपके लिए और लेक्चर्स लेके आ रहे हैं, सो डोंट वरी, वी आर गेटिंग यू कवर्ड इन ऑल एरियाज। सो जैसे हमारे पहले लेक्चर्स चल रहे थे अश्विनी मैम के साथ, आज वापस वी हैव आवर third lecture of the English Masterclass that we are doing right now. Okay, so before we actually start the lecture, we know the drill: like, share, subscribe. Okay, and other than like, share, subscribe, we are here to make a community. अभी community बनाने के लिए हमें क्या करना है? हम लोग को लिंक शेयर करना पड़ेगा। सो जल्दी जल्दी से शेयर द लिंक विद योर फ्रेंड्स। अगर आपने अभी तक ऑलरेडी नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ लिंक शेयर करिए, और जब तक आप लोग लिंक शेयर करेंगे मैं आपको एप्लीकेशन दिखाती हूँ। ओके, परफेक्ट, देन वील गेट स्टार्टेड। So, how many of you are actually having doubts with what ma'am is telling you? You can actually ask it in the comment section. So make sure आपको जो भी doubts हैं आप वो comment section में बताएं, ताकि हम लोग आपके वो सारे doubts clear कर सकें. Okay. So now, this is what Studentink application looks like. जब आप application open करेंगे, so we are on a different page today. So जब आप application open करेंगे तो आपको यहाँ पे बहुत सारे informational content post section में, अगर आप किसी अकेडमी से एसोसिएटेड है, आप किसी स्कूल से एसोसिएटेड है, तो जहाँ पे अभी यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट इंक लिखा आ रहा है वहां पे आपका स्कूल का नाम लिखा आएगा। अगर आप नहीं है तो आपको सिर्फ पोस्ट सेक्शन दिखेगा, जिसके अंदर आपको ये सारे बड़े इंटरेस्टिंग से अमेजिंग से वीडियोस मिल जाएंगे जो सारे हमारे फैकल्टीज ने आप लोगों के लिए दिए हैं। ओके, उसके बाद यू हैव दिस नाइस सेक्शन कॉल्ड स्टूडेंट वर्ल्ड, जो हमारा ट्रेजर है एक्चुअली। इस सेक्शन के अंदर आपको आपके सारे लेक्चर्स मिल जाएंगे। अभी ये बिल्ड आप लोगों के लिए लाइव नहीं हुआ है, तो स्टे ट्यून्ड, क्योंकि जल्दी होने वाला है। ठीक है, तो आप लोगों को ये बड़ा अच्छा दिखने वाला बिल्ड मिलने वाला है, जहाँ पे सब कुछ बहुत सेग्रीगेटेडली रखा गया है, सिर्फ आप लोगों के बारे में सोच के बनाया गया है, राइट? सो आपके यहाँ पे जितने भी लेक्चर्स हैं, बिकॉज ये सारे फ्री लेक्चर्स हैं, तो आपको ये सारे लेक्चर्स यहाँ पे मिल जाएंगे। यहाँ पे आप एक्चुअली आपको ऑप्शन भी मिलेगा जहाँ पे आप उन्हें अपने कैलेंडर में ऐड कर सकते हैं। ओके, उसके बाद यहाँ वाउचर्स का सेक्शन है, जहाँ पे आपके जो भी अमेजिंग अच्छे अच्छे वाउचर्स, चाहे वो किसी केक शॉप के हो, पिज्जा शॉप के हो, स्टेशनरी शॉप के हो, सलों के हो, तो सारे आपके घर के स्कूल के आसपास जितनी भी शॉप्स हैं, उन मेजोरिटी सारे शॉप्स के वाउचर्स यहाँ पे। ठीक है, तो वहां पे कुछ भी खरीदने जाने से पहले अगर आपको एक्स्ट्रा डिस्काउंट चाहिए ना, तो यहाँ पे वाउचर ले लेना, नहीं तो आपको शॉप वाले भैया डिस्काउंट नहीं देंगे बिना वाउचर के। ओके, then we have all these courses. Now these courses, you already know that these courses are specially made by your teachers. तो आपके खुद के जो टीचर्स हैं उन्होंने ही ये बनाए हैं। मैं आपको बहुत बार बोल चुकी हूँ, इसके अंदर बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस हैं, तो जब तक आप ये इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस पढ़ेंगे नहीं, तब तक आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि एग्जाम में कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस पूछने वाले हैं वो। सो लेट्स मेक श्योर दैट हम यहाँ पे सारे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस पढ़ें, और ये सब आप रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट से खरीद सकते हैं। अभी रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स क्या होते हैं? रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स ये होते हैं, सी दिस इज यशवी। यशवी ने सबसे ज्यादा रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स बर्न करे थे ऑन 12 फरवरी। तो यशवी को ऐसे हम लोगों ने फीचर कर रखा है, कितने सारे लोगों ने यशवी को देखा है, कितने सारे लोगों ने उसे कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट किया। आप नहीं चाहते कि आप लोगों के साथ भी आपका भी ऐसे फीचर हो फोटो, और आप लोगों को भी सब कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करे? तो जल्दी से ये लेक्चर्स देखिए और यहाँ पे आके ये सारे कोर्सेज को अवेल करिए, ताकि आपके मार्क्स अच्छे आए और फिर आप अपने रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स भी बर्न करो, और फिर आप ऐसे फीचर भी। ओके, देन वी हैव ऑल दी सुपर अमेजिंग कैटेगरीज, जिसके अंदर आपकी फैकल्टीज के थ्रू क्रिएट करा हुआ कंटेंट, बहुत सारा इंफॉर्मेशनल कंटेंट, जिसके थ्रू आप अपने आप को एनहांस कर सकते हैं, अपना प्रोडक्टिविटी, अपना फोकस, जिस भी कैटेगरी में आप इंटरेस्टेड है उस कैटेगरी में अपना नॉलेज, वो सब यहाँ पे अवेलेबल है। ओके, सो लेट्स मेक श्योर कि हम ये सारे कंटेंट का बहुत अच्छे से यूटिलाइजेशन करें, एंड आई विल नॉट रियली टेक एनी मोर ऑफ योर टाइम। सो आई होप अभी तक सबने सारे लिंक शेयर कर दिए होंगे सबके साथ। ओके, हाय आर्जव, हाउ आर यू? So Arjav has already been there with us in a lot of our lectures, right? So good, Arjiv. I'm hoping that you're studying. Okay. So study with all your focus, all your attention, make notes of whatever ma'am is teaching. And I'll not take any more of your time, right? Because we know कि अश्वनी मैम से पढ़ने के लिए सब लोग बहुत excited रहते हैं. So without any further ado, Ashwini ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Lakshita. And thank you, students. And even I am also very much excited to make you teach. Okay. So without delaying anything, any minute, let us start our today's lecture because it will be more interesting with superlative degree. Okay. So let me share my screen first and then we're going to begin. So just to pay attention, within a minute, I'm ready with the screen. Just a minute. Yes. So this is what we have already learned, degrees of comparison. Okay, comparison of adjectives. I'm going to start with superlative degree. Okay, but before that, just a minute. Yes, we have completed comparative degree and we just began superlative degree yesterday. Okay, so let me start with superlative degree only. The superlative degree denotes, as you all know that, because we have taken some of the points of that degree, but let me make you revise this point and then we'll begin. Okay. So superlative degree, as the very word derives from the word called superior. It is the best. Okay. The comparison it is among more than two things or more than two persons or objects. Okay. So the example is given here. This is the tallest building. I told you that you are to keep in mind the denoting words of all the degrees, like comparative degree, ER or more, and then in superlative degree, we will have EST or ST, because in some of the adjectives or adverbs, you have already E ending. So you have to just write down ST. Okay. And most in long adjectives. Okay. We add most. So sweetest, tallest, nicest girls in the class. Okay. Meena is one of the nicest girls in the class. So these are the examples of superlative degree. We have seen this also, and I already spoke to you that superlative degree is a comparison among more than two persons or objects. And that is why we add EST, because we prove that while writing, while denoting in superlative degree, superlative form of adjective, we mean that something or someone is the best. Okay, the highest, superior. And that is why we add EST, and particularly definite article, the. Okay, this is must. You just keep in mind this, that we add definite article, the. Sometimes while referring about place, position or area, we add in preposition, and this is very minor point, you just keep in mind. And sometimes while comparing among items, we add of preposition. Okay. Now we have seen this example also, that elephant is the tallest of all land animals and the giraffe is the tallest of all animals. Okay, so this is a superlative form. Susan is the most intelligent girl in the class. Why I refer this again? Because intelligent is long adjective. So again, just remember that most is added here with long adjective in superlative degree, and in comparative degree, more. Okay. So you keep in mind this point also. Now, superlative adjectives, because it is comparison of adjectives, and that is why we compare in a way adjectives. You see, we use the superlative to compare more than two people, places or things, and that is why big. that is positive form, bigger. You might have this idea in your mind that how will you compare three things? So in this way, big, bigger, the biggest. Okay, so you just this will definitely clear your idea about these 3 degrees. Big, the house is big, the house is bigger than that house, and this house is the biggest. Okay, if you want to make form sentences about 3 degrees, you can also form. Okay, this pink house is big, this green house is bigger than the pink house, and the red house is the biggest. Okay, so you can definitely differentiate these 3 degrees. Fine. So we have to pay attention here, superlative degree, because we have already understood very well comparative and positive degree. And just remember that because in your exam, this exercise, if you have degree of comparison, then this exercise will be asked the interchanging degrees. So if it is comparative affirmative, change into positive negative. Again, just to recall, if it is comparative negative, change into positive affirmative. Okay, and comparative affirmative has denoting words like to add er or more to adjective and add than, than. Okay, comparative negative, we simply add not, then er or more and than. Comparative and positive negative now. So positive negative, not so as, and positive affirmative, as. Okay, now let us have a look of these superlative formations. Short adjectives plus est. As I told you, oldest, youngest, okay, biggest, hottest, hottest, biggest. Why? Because if the final consonant is consonant final, there is consonant sound in the word final at the end of the word, definitely we make it doubled. Okay, short adjective ended in y and ist. Now just remember, just because we have seen this earlier also, that y, if there is y, and before y, if there is consonant sound, we change it into iest, we remove y. Okay, heavy, heaviest, easy, easiest. Look at the spellings of both these adjectives. Okay, so this is a kind of superlative forms of adjectives. Now, long adjectives, as I told you, most, the most. Okay, the most exciting, the most beautiful. Sometimes there are irregular adjectives also, because we have seen this point in comparative degree also. Good, the best. Bad, the worst. Good, actually the formation would be like good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Okay, so this would be the formation. And we add the definite article, the, before the superlative form of the adjective every time. So don't miss out this in your sentence. John is the tallest. A Ferrari is the most expensive car. Okay. Now see, old, older, the oldest. Big Ben is old. The tower is older than Big Ben. The pyramids are older than the tower, and the pyramids are the oldest. Okay. Now look at here. There are 3 degrees. Big Ben is old, that is positive degree. Now comparative form, we add er, older than Big Ben. Okay. Pyramids are older than the tower, and the pyramids are the oldest. So comparative forms are given twice, and the last one is superlative form, the oldest. Okay. And the same way, when we when we look think of age, person's age, we consider elder, eldest. Okay, so just keep in mind this. Now, as we have done the same exercise in comparative degree, we'll do it in superlative degree also. That complete the following sentences, use the superlative form. So you also just do it with me. All is short. There is all, Joe, and Ed. Okay. So all is short, Ed is thin, all is wearing colorful clothes, Ed is tall, Joe is smart. All these are positive form. Now make it one by one, we'll make it in superlative form. All is the shortest. Okay. So the shortest we add here because we are considering superlative form. Ed is the thinnest. Okay. THINNEST. We double the consonant sound. Okay. All is wearing the most colorful. Yes, most colorful clothes. Okay, we are doing superlative degree, and that is why the most colorful clothes. Ed is the tallest. Okay, the tallest. And the last one is Joe is the smartest. Okay, the smartest. So all the sentences, very simple sentences, but you can have a very good exercise. All is the shortest, and this will definitely be in your mind forever. If you pay attention, you will never forget it. Okay, Ed is the thinnest, and you won't have any mistake. There is no chance to have mistake in your sentence. Okay, all is wearing the most colorful clothes, Ed is the tallest, and Joe is the smartest. So these are the sentences of superlative degrees. Okay, now see, changes in degrees of comparison. Now this you will have to pay attention, because this is something that from superlative degree we make comparative and positive. Until now we have seen that how to change from positive to comparative and comparative to positive. We have not paid attention on how to change from superlative to comparative and positive. Okay. Now there are two forms of superlative degrees. Just pay attention. We will take them all these 2 points one by one. Okay. One is the most plus adjective. Okay. Look at the sentence, the very first sentence. Iran is the most useful, the most plus adjective of all metals. Tom is the cleverest, and rainwater is the purest. Now look at here. This is the most plus adjective. More than 2 persons or places or things are compared here, and this is no matchless comparisons. Why? Because Iran is the most useful, iron is the most useful of all metals. Tom is the cleverest of all boys in the class, and rainwater is the purest water. So there is comparison given, but it is in superlative form. We prove that in all metals, this is matchless comparison, because actually in a sentence we say that Tom is the cleverest of all boys in the class. So how to change from superlative to positive and comparative? This you will have to pay attention. Iron is, now there is a specific format of making it comparative and making it positive. This you will have to remember. Okay, from superlative to comparative and positive, because we have not done from superlative. Okay, so this is for the first time we are doing it, and that is why we have not revised this point. So just to pay attention. Iron is more useful than any other metal. So how many changes are there? Iron, and see, while doing this, just keep in mind that we do not change the meaning of the sentence. The meaning would be the same, only the ways of saying is different. Okay. Iron is more useful than any other other metal. So what have we removed and what have we added? Just pay attention. Iron is more useful. Why? Because it is comparative, we use more. First point. Second point is that after adjective in comparative, we added than. That is also, you know. But with than, we are to add here any other matter, any other. Okay, any other metal. Why? Because we do not want to change the meaning. The same meaning will be there. Iron is more useful than any other metal. That means it is the most useful of all metals. The same meaning, but the expression is different. Again, positive also. See, positive, no other metal is so useful as iron. We have already proved that iron is the most useful. So definitely, no other metal, दूसरी कोई metal iron से ज़्यादा useful नहीं होगी. We want to say this. And that is why we will obviously use here positive, negative form. Okay. But it will be written differently. No other metal. Why? Because we have taken metal, and that is why no other metal is. Here no, and that is why so useful as iron. Because in positive, negative, we use so as. And that is why we have added so as iron. Fine. So we do not change the meaning. We mean that iron is the most useful, but we have said it in different way. Tom is the cleverest of all boys in the class. Okay. So the Tom is cleverer than any other boy in the class. And no other boy in the class is so clever as Tom. Fine. Rainwater is the purest water. So rainwater is purer than any other water. Again, we add only R. Why? Because there is P-U-R-E, E is already written, that's why. No other water is so pure as rainwater. So this is one point, one form of superlative degree. The most plus adjective. We are to do this comparative and positive in this manner only, in all the sentences. And through more and more practice, you will be able to do it very clearly. Now the second point is one of the. Okay, this is plural form actually. More than two persons or places and things are compared, but this is a plural form. Okay, the type is of plural form. See, iron is more useful than any other metal. Now, the superlative is missing. We will do it. Iron is one of the most useful metals. Okay, iron is one of the most useful metals. Cheetah is one of the fastest animals. One of the fastest animals means बहुत सारे animal है fast. उनमें से एक चीता है. Okay, among so many animals, cheetah is also the fastest. I mean this. Football is one of the most interesting games because there are so many interesting games. Among these games, football is one such interesting. I mean that. Okay. So how will we change it in comparative and positive? You will have to pay attention. See, iron is more useful than any other metal. No, this is, I think, wrong. This is just pay attention only on two sentences, cheetah and football. Cheetah is one of the fastest animals. We discard this, the first sentence, okay? Cheetah is faster than most other animals, okay? Cheetah is faster than most other animals. This is comparative form. When I say that cheetah is faster than most other animals, actually I say that one of the fastest animals. Okay, I mean the same. बहुत सारे एनिमल में चीता है थोड़ा फास्ट है. I say that. Okay. very few animals are as fast as cheetah. Now here we are to see the change. We are to add here very few and as. The adjective is between as, and that is why this is positive affirmative sentence. Unlike the most plus adjective type, we add no other. Okay, and there are than any other. But here we add totally different. Cheetah is faster than most other animals, and very few animals are as fast as cheetah. The second one, the third one, actually the third one. Football is one of the most interesting games. So how will you do it? Football is more interesting than most other games. बहुत सारी games है उसमें football एक interesting है. तो वही हुआ one of the most interesting. Same meaning. Very few games are as interesting as football. That means football जो है वो interesting game है. Okay, so we mean the same, only the way of saying is different. So this is another type of superlative degree. First one is the most or the est plus adjective. Second is one of the plus est or most plus adjective. Okay, so just keep in mind this. Through more practice, you will be able to do it. Again, there are changes in superlative forms. Look at here. Comparative and positive form. Here are only two persons, as we know that two persons, places, or things are compared. So comparative and positive form. Paris is hotter than England. As we know that, make it in positive because it is comparative. Affirmative, there is positive, negative sentence. England is not so hot as Paris. Now see, when we change these 2 degrees only, there is no superlative form. Okay, superlative degree can be changed into positive and comparative. But as we just now gone through, just think it in this way only. Paris is hotter than England. England is not so hot as Paris. Okay, the second example is the Blue Mountain Express runs faster than the Green Express. Okay, this is a name of train, the Blue Mountain Express and the Green Express. So the Green Express does not run. Why? Because it is present simple tense, we add does. Okay, does not run so fast as the Blue Mountain Express. Remember that comparative affirmative changes to positive negative sentence. We have done the same. John is as tall as David. So how will you change? David is not taller than John. Okay. So as we have yesterday also we did so many ample of examples of this type of degrees. So we have taken it today also. Now list of degree of comparison by adding ER and EST. So there are list, you will find it anywhere in any grammar book also. But just think that these are called as adjective. Okay, bright, black, bold, clever, cold, fast, great, high, kind. So bright, brighter, brightest. You will have to keep in mind these things. This degree of comparison, but it is in all 3 forms. Adjectives are given here. Fast, faster, fastest. Great, greater, greatest. Kind, kinder, kindest. Some of I am taking. Then only R or ST that we are to add. I told you that if the adjective is ended with E only, then only add just R in comparative form and in superlative form ST. Brave, fine, large, nice, noble, then pale, simple, wise, white. So these are the adjectives ending with E. So you have to add only R. Braver, bravest, finer, finest, larger, largest, nicer, nicest. Okay, whiter, whitest. Just to keep in mind. Now, if the adjective is ended with final Y and then add IER or IEST, but remove Y. Okay, you will have to delete Y and then add IER or IEST. Costly, costlier, costliest. There are ample of such examples will be there. Lazy, lazier, laziest, heavy, heavier, heaviest, happy, happier, happiest. But remember that there must be having consonant sound before Y. Okay, we have discussed this point also. Doubling the final consonant, big, dim, fat, hot, thin. So we have to double this type of adjective. Bigger, biggest, dimmer, dimmest, dimm, thin, double n, okay, thinnest. So this, and then if the adjective is long adjective, more than one syllabic adjective will be added to more in comparative, most in superlative. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, most brilliant, more brilliant, more careful, most careful. There are ample of, see, active, attractive, beautiful, brilliant, careful, courageous, cunning, difficult, famous, faithful, interesting. These are adjectives. Now, some of the adjectives I told you earlier also that irregular. So this you will have to keep in mind that this irregular adjectives will be having a comparative form and superlative form both different. Okay, bad, worse, worst, evil, worse, worst, good, better, best, ill, worse, worst, far, farther, farthest, well, better, best, late, later, latest, little, less, least, much more, most, many, more, most. Much is used with uncountables, many is used with countables. So just to keep in mind this irregular comparisons also. So while having, if you have this kind of irregular adjective in your sentence, while you make interchanging the degree, you will have to add simply the comparative form and superlative form also. That is also will be different. Fine. Now see, let us have the exercise of making it in sentences. For example, healthy. One such adjective is. So, fruits are healthy. If I say, then you also just try to do this exercise with me. Fruits are healthier than chocolates. Okay, though we prefer chocolate or fries most, but then also fruits are healthier than chocolate. Fruits are healthiest than chocolates and fries, or than all. Okay, expensive. For example, fries are expensive. Fries are more expensive than fruits, obviously. And fries are the most expensive of all. Okay. Then sweet. Chocolate is sweet. Chocolate is sweeter than fruits. And chocolate is the sweetest of all. Fine. Tasty. So definitely you would you will definitely prefer fries, because that we love taste. We love the tangy taste, and all other mint flavored fries are also available. So fries are tastier than fruits. We also say no, sometimes when we argue with our mummy, we also say the same, that fries are tastier than fruits. Fries are the tastiest of all. Okay, so, and fattening, definitely chocolates and fries both are fattening, more fattening and most fattening. It adds more and more calories into our bodies. Okay, so obviously fruit is healthy and fries and chocolates make our body fat. Fine. So these are the some exercise, adjectives given for the exercise. You make your own sentences also. Fine, it will be very helpful to you. Again, the same exercise: cheap, slow, small, eco-friendly, comfortable, contaminant. So you can definitely say that bike, that means bicycle is cheaper than jeep, and bicycle is the cheapest. Okay, slow. So bicycle is slower than electric car, obviously, and bicycle is the slowest. Fine. So you can make your own sentences also out of these adjectives. Okay. For example, jeep is more comfortable than electric car. You can say that jeep is the most comfortable. Okay. Than all other two. So you can make your own sentences also. Again, there is a degree sentence. Gerald is blank footballer in our team. So, is the fastest. Okay. The faster would be wrong. Fast is also wrong. The fastest footballer in our team. You can say this. Same. Tom is a strong boy. A strong boy. Then this man is sad, but that man is happy. You can say like this, positive form. Okay. Then Reena is more active than Meena. Okay. More active than Meena. This is comparative degree because than is added. The white flower is as beautiful as the red flower. We cannot have the most or more. As beautiful, positive, affirmative sentence. That is why. Then red flower. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Because it is superlative degree, we will add the highest. Okay. Again, next is, there are ample of 10 exercises given here, 10 sentences of blank. My house is bigger than yours. This flower is more beautiful. It is comparative or superlative. Okay. More beautiful than that one. This is the best book I have ever read. Good, better, best. Since it is superlative degree, the is given, we will add superlative form of good, best. Okay. Non-smokers usually live longer than smokers. Which is the most dangerous animal in the world? Most dangerous. D is already given. A holiday by the sea is better than a holiday in the mountains because it is than is given. So quickly remind that good, better. So it is comparative degree and that is why we will add better. It is strange, but often a Coke is more expensive than a beer. Okay, than a beer. Who is the richest woman on earth? The weather this summer is even worse than last summer. The weather this summer is even worse. W-O-R-S-E. Bad, worse, worst. Since it is comparative form, we will add worse. He was the most intelligent thief of all. Okay, the most intelligent thief of all. So these are certain examples of comparative or superlative degree. Fine. The most intelligent. So remember that in this way you can have so many sentences of interchanging from one degree to another degree in a sentence form also or in a blank form also. Fine. So keep in mind this. And in this way, you can have comparative form and superlative form and positive form of degree. Fine. So these are the certain exercise we have done today. Remember that when you revise all these three types, with that you will have to revise the different denoting words also, okay, of comparative degree as well as of superlative degree. These denoting words would be more useful to you for converting, interchanging from one degree to other degree. Fine. So just keep in mind this. So I hope that this degree of comparison of adjectives would be more clear to you all. And if you have any doubt, let me know. And then just revise, just go through. There are different worksheets also available. So you go through degree of comparison worksheet, practice. The more you practice, the more you will have command over it. Okay, it is very easy. And you can go through this PPT also again and again so that the idea will be clear to you. Okay. So I end this session here today. We'll be meeting very soon with other topic. Till then, I hope that you must have got the idea of degree of comparison. Keep in mind these three ideas. Okay. Positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. This will be more and more clear to you. We end here. Do practice, and definitely in your paper, English paper, at the time of your exam, you will score high in English grammar. Okay. So all the best. Take care. We end here. Have a nice day.